everybody, and welcome back once again. Another edition of Inside the Headset. Here we are at Week 10, Game 10, my final stop of the year, and I'm with the head coach of the Blackman Blaze, head coach Kid Hartsfield. How you doing today, Coach?
All doing good. You know, it feels kind of weird being inside here today. No glasses or nothing.
You have been lucky. We've had every interview outside, and it is a little rainy, a little windy, and I do appreciate you coming inside to have the show.
I'm pleased. The temperature's dropped 20 degrees since this morning. So.
Wow. And it will be 32 degrees tomorrow night at 10 o'clock when we play after the final game. Well, played last week. You came away a winner, and that's a good win for you. Talk about that region win you had last week.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of adversity there with the weather and the rain, and just having to overcome some things made it tough on both teams throwing the ball. You know, so offensively, I was pleased with how we handled that. I don't think we had any turnovers. Ran the ball well. Drew threw it really well. We dropped some, but then we caught some big ones, enough to break the game open. And defensively, thought we did a great job of kind of shutting them down there until the very end. You know, they busted a long run, but really pleased with the cleanliness of the game and the situations that we were in to be able to play that clean in the weather.
From a running perspective, how is Antonio Malone, and how is he health-wise?
Yeah, you know, each week he looks more and more like Malone versus Rockville. He started running, and he looked good, but he looked a little slower than he looked versus Alcoa.
And what was his injury? Was it a high ankle sprain? Yeah.
Yep.
And how's that coming along?
Nagged, and he looks 100% now. He did versus Eagle. He had 100.
So he'll go Friday night?
Oh, yeah. He had 188 yards last Friday on, 13, 14 carries, so he's feeling good.
Well, and then Drew's coming along, and I talked to Coach Maynard and them, and he commented on how he thinks you're coming in more to an identity, and Ron Alot always said long about game 5 or 6, Stork, you're going to find out how good you are, and you just about know where you are now, don't you, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. Just through the gauntlet at the beginning of our season and learning a lot about ourselves and getting to that fall break and getting healthy and really figuring out who we wanted to be, what was best for our personnel. And Malone's kind of a staple there, and Dejon Gibson's had 2 great weeks at running backs. He had 8 carries for 88 yards.
And he needs
2
those.
scores.
He needs good runs.
Good athlete. He's a good athlete. And he's still learning the position.
He's already committed North Carolina A&T, hasn't he?
No, he's a Charlotte.
Charlotte. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is the old A&T, I think.
Yep. So, doing good.
Let's talk about something else. I want something to get together, not because Tom Krager thinks so or Cecil Joyce, but I just see it as a natural fit. We got Stewart's Creek down here, and we got Blackman here, and that game needs to happen, Coach, every year. I think Burt Brown would commit to it on the next contract, and hopefully you would. But I'd like to give something around it, or a trophy that trades back and forth. That's a down the street rivalry, and I just think that'd be good competition. You got good youth football that happens. Then they play in middle school, and that would be a great gate grabber for both schools, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no doubt. We're 15 minutes away from each other. I'm sure Coach Brown is going to be wide open to that idea. I am too. Anytime you don't have to travel to get great competition, it's going to generate more income for both programs with these communities and everybody knowing each other so well. So I think it could be a great non-district rivalry moving forward, and it's kind of a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, and then put chili competition between the principals, do something about it. Got one more tomorrow night before we get into the second season. You are guaranteed 3 more practices after Friday night. Congratulations and everything, but one more in front of you, and kind of gave a little hint. But Cookville, I've seen them. I like Stockton Owen. I like their quarterback. I like their coach, and I love their attack. And he's coming to try to beat you, Coach. And I like that. You got to like that.
There's no doubt. And every team, every time we play Cookville, and Coach Maynard is always done for his whole career. These guys are ready. They play fundamental. They play tough. They're always prepared. They don't beat themselves. And the quarterback, like you just said, is a heck of an athlete. A big, long, can run and throw. And they're very dangerous, and they can beat anybody on any night.
Just got senior night tomorrow night. That's it right here at the Inferno?
Yeah, senior night and the elementary night. We're letting all elementary kids in for free. And
so try to
get them out and, give them opportunity. It's kind of been our youth league night. We just kind of
Okay.
opened it up more to all elementary kids if they want to come out and watch
Enjoy
a
a
little
game.
football.
Watch a little high
buy
school
a lot of
football.
Skittles, eat a lot of candy, stay up real late.
Well, anyway, this is our final show. I can't thank you enough for joining me each week on Inside the Headset. That started right here in 2009. Started right here. We did our first interview down there on the practice field, and now it's evolved, and there's a lot of coaches a part of it. But Blackman was the first school that we did interview, and I was hooked with them, and I just appreciate y'all carrying on the tradition and being on the show with us and sharing a little bit about where your team is and being transparent. I mean, that's what it's all about. And I just enjoy, your kids are great, and we have a lot of fun with the highlights, and the outcomes are the outcomes. I mean, we're not playing, as Philip always said, I ain't suiting up,
Yeah.
but we appreciate you.
Yeah, and we just want to thank you for taking the time to make video available and expose the kids, and it really helps the families and stuff. A lot of out of towners move to Murfreesboro and have family elsewhere, and they get to watch and support the kids, and just thank you for continuing to do that.
Well, we've all been kind of transplanted here. None of us are from here. I
Yeah.
think Jones is the only one from here. All right, tomorrow night right here at the Inferno. That kickoff's at 7 o'clock. That's going to be a great game, kids. I mean, there's a couple of them in town, and the Stewart's Creek Smyrna game, that's a good one. But the other one's right here. You can pick one or the other, but that's two great games, and that's Cookville. We'll visit here and take on the Blackman Blaze, 7 o'clock.